Okay, guys, so here we are. I have a female Norn Ranger. This is my Burn Baby Burn build. It's a Condi Ranger for PvP. I put 6 points in skirmishing. So gain swiftness when swapping weapons in combat every 9 seconds, and you swap weapons every 10 seconds anyway, so you're going to have 5.5 seconds of swiftness when you swap weapons. Chance to cause bleeding on critical hits. This is sharpened edges. 66% chance. 240 damage for 2 seconds. Gain fury when swapping weapons in combat at once every 9 seconds. So same deal. Fury 5.5 seconds. Reduce recharge on short bow and longbow skills. Recharge reduced 20%. Deal more damage while flanking. Hunter's tactics. Damage increase 10%. Conditions caused by traps last longer. Reduces recharge on traps. Trap potency. So the recharge is reduced 20%. The duration is increased by double. Okay, so 6 points in wilderness survival. So increase endurance regeneration for dodging. Wilderness knowledge, reduce the recharge by 20% on survival skills. Companion's defense, you and your pet gain protection when you dodge roll, so that's both of us. Vigorous renewal, gain vigor when using a heal skill. Healing spring grants vigor to affected allies, so vigor for 5.5 seconds, 100% endurance regen. So goes good with the 25%. Okay, peak strength, deal extra damage while your health is above the threshold. Damage increase 10%, so when I'm above 14,000 hit points. Offhand training reduces recharge on offhand skills. Offhand skills have longer range. Reduce recharge 20%, range increase 300. Okay, nature magic 2 points, so that's vitality boon duration. So rejuvenation once every 30 seconds, just gives you regen, a little regen there. And then healing spring, treaty healing spring. It also removes conditions from you and your allies. So it heals, it regens, and this happens when you go down, which is going to happen with only 16,182 hit points. Okay, so the equipment: axe, torch, and short bow. So sigil of energy for dodging, sigil of earth for inflicting bleeding, sigil of corruption. So once you start getting on a roll, it just keeps going. Sigil of earth, inflict bleeding. Rune of the undead, so condition damage and toughness. And then 7% of toughness is converted to condition damage. And then rabid amulet, so precision toughness, condition damage. So you have no power, toughness, vitality, so precision, 3,000 armor. So doing okay there. Crit chance, half a chance. A little bit of ferocity. Whole lot of condition damage. So 1545 looks good to me. Okay, I use the this guy, Juvenile Salamander Drake, and this guy, Juvenile Marsh Drake. Both of these guys have blast finishers. So when I go down and the guy's coming over to stomp me, okay, this guy's attacking, he'll do this and blast finisher in my healing spring and heal me and help me get up. And then I'll daze the guy, and then I'll pump shitloads of bleeding into him. And there's a lot of times people go down. It's pretty funny. It's a different strategy, but I've downed a lot of people while I'm down. It's pretty funny. Okay, so axe torch. So ricochet, bounce your axe between multiple foes, gaining might for each enemy struck. So this thing is great for group battles, or if you're fighting anyone in stealth, and there's another a guy around or creature or anything, you attack it, axe hits, and hopefully it'll bounce into the stealth guy, you know, helping you locate him. So great ability there. Split blade, so a 6-second cooldown. Throw a spread of 5 whirling axes that bleed your foes. So it says 5 stacks of bleeding. That's per axe. So each axe will do 1 stack of bleeding. So if you let this go right at the guy, like when he's right in front of you, you could get all 5 stacks right on that guy, like right in close melee. So great power. 20% chance of projectile finishers, so that's pretty good. Okay, Winter's Bite. Throw an axe to chill your foe. Your pet's next attack inflicts weakness. So this is great when you're chasing guys. You just hit him, you know. He's chilled. Catch up to him. Do whatever you gotta do. Okay, Throw Torch. 1200. We throw this thing. 1200. Half second, 12-second cooldown. Okay, 6 seconds of burning for 4,286 damage. And that's with no might. You have no might yet, no anything. So that's perfect. Bonfire. You set a fire around you, damaging and burning foes. So let's throw an axe into this guy. Let's see how he's feeling. So it's bouncing between guys. I got 10 stacks of might. So 4,000, yep. So let's burn a guy. Let's see how he's feeling. 744 burn a tick. Okay, so, and another thing with offhand training, okay? Remember offhand training. Right here. So range increase 300. So bonfire doesn't have a range, but has a radius. To battle! The bonfire will take up the whole size of the point, except for the midpoint and the graveyard. So that's great for finding rogues and just burning people like crazy for the big 800, you know, 700-800 damage a tick. So it really really works out good. Lots of people just fold. It's pretty good to watch. Okay, short bow. Crossfire. Fire and arrow bleed your target if you hit them from behind or from the side. Okay, so this does like no damage. 132 points of damage. 3 seconds of bleeding for... Oh, this guy's just empowered me with 12 stacks of might. So 414 with 12 stacks of might. That'll wear out in a second. So just straight up 360. So let's take this guy. Let's shoot him from the side. So when someone's running away from short bow, it's the worst thing they can do. Look at these bleeds. 929, okay, and that's number one. That's just number one. You haven't even tried to put bleeds on them, you know. Poison volley. So same thing with this, 5 stacks, but it's only one per arrow, and there's 5 arrows. So if you nail this guy, let's look at this guy. Okay, 5 stacks of poison. So he had like 10 seconds of poison on him. 11 stacks of bleeding. Just auto attacking. Okay. And then quick shot. That's great for getting out of there. And you can run away and do that. So I'll run away from him. See? It's great. You never want to really attack from the front. You always want to get from the side. So, crippling shot. Stack of bleeding for 6 seconds. And 3 seconds of cripple. And then concussion shot. This is for when guys are like stomping your guys, you know, or someone's running away from you again. Like, you pull out your short bow when they want to run away. And you just hit them with this. 1 second stun from behind. So he just sits there. So you stun him, whatever, you know. Catch up to him. Drop some burns on him. Drop some bleeding, some poison, torment, whatever you got. Okay, healing spring. Pretty simple. It gives me regeneration and vigor because of a trait, the vigor part. Last 10 seconds. Pretty straightforward. It's a water field. So this is great for when your opponents can blast finisher in this. You know? And it'll do an area heal to everybody. So great power. Signet of the Hunt, just I use this for a 25% increase in movement speed, you know. Gotta make sure you got mobility. If you don't have mobility, then you know, nothing's gonna, you can't get anywhere, you can't do anything. That's key. Okay, lightning reflexes, survival, evade, back with a crack of lightning, dealing damage and gaining vigor. So again, more ability to dodge. Gets the stun breaker. It's an evade for 3/4 of a second. It removes immobilize. Like it's just your get out of there. You know, I'm getting bursted. Get out of there. And then flame trap. Now this ties in to the trap potency and why I've picked trap potency, because this build, like, no one's gonna build this build because I'm using like a level 2 power in a level, like, you know, I'm using a mid trait in a like, people are like, the third stack of traits has to be there. So skirmishing. See, trap potency is a third. Nice. Okay, so good. I don't feel so bad now. Okay, so conditions caused by traps last longer, reduces recharge on traps, right? So watch this trap now. This trap used to be 1 second of burn for 700 points of damage. Now it's 2 seconds of burn for lots. And the cooldown, 12 seconds. Every 12 seconds. So you can drop this at a point, you know, and a guy comes by, you know, you're waiting there for a guy. He comes by, you know, boom, he sets it off. You have another trap ready to go any second now. But watch, man. Boom. 714. 736 just sitting there. 737. That's just a little trap every 12 seconds. That's just gonna burn for crazy. You know. And then finally, entangle, which is obvious, right? 48-second cooldown. So 5 stacks of bleeding, 5 stacks of immobilize. Like, you just, you know, you just wanna do it up, you know. If your torch axe is for melee. Anyone wants to mess with you melee, the thief wants to give her, you know. Boom, you know, that's probably gonna get dodged, you know. You want to get the bleeding on them. You want to get the might stacks up with the axe. You want to switch over. You know. The bleeding's not bad. 200, 238. Oh, Pet's just going crazy. Wants to kill stuff. You know, so see, he did his blast finisher in the burning field. Area might.
Getting healthier.
So, you know, 9 to 11 stacks just sitting there. But you drop like this, you know. So you would drop that,
Might makes me right.
like 1200, 1100 burn, bleeding, plus 900 burning. You know, you want to throw poison in there. Throw poison in, especially warriors who depend on their signet. Just throw poison on them. You know, your dodge